Folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about some recent coordinated attacks against the folks over at the Daily Wire. So, a headline here says Daily Wire co CEO reveals secret cancel blitz against Matt Walsh, Brett Cooper, Michael Knowles. Goes on to say Daily Wire co CEO Jeremy Boring shot back at big tech and the left Wednesday, revealing an onslaught of cancellation campaigns targeting Daily Wire hosts Matt Walsh, Brett Cooper, and Michael Knowles. Boring called out tech giants YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok for capricious fact checks, demonetizations, and bans against the Daily Wire hosts. He also revealed that software companies HubSpot and JW Player have abruptly canceled service with his company from their platforms, as event management site Eventbrite did previously. Boring's thread also comes after Matt Walsh's Twitter and email accounts were hacked Tuesday night. You may be aware that Matt Walsh had his Twitter account hacked last night. What you may not know is that the attack went well beyond Twitter, Boring said. The hackers have managed to gain access to, well, everything, including 20 years of Matt's emails. What scandalous information will the hackers find in Matt's email? He asked. I do not know. I'm sure I said things in my 20s that I wouldn't feel great having aired publicly. What will the Daily Wire's response be to the things 20-year-old Matt may have said? LOL. This hack, as terrible and invasive as it is just another day at the office for us. Here's a brief look at just the last 48 hours at the Daily Wire, Boring said. First, Matt Walsh was demonetized on YouTube for violating some opaque, arbitrarily applied standard or another related to speaking the biological truth about Dylan Mulvaney, Boring continued. I can't be more specific because the capriciousness is the point for these platforms. Just 24 hours later, Brett Cooper was permanently banned from TikTok. Her crime? I don't know, because again, the capriciousness is the point. At the exact moment Matt Walsh was being hacked by criminals, Michael Knowles was being evacuated from the University of Pittsburgh because of a violent riot protesting his speech, in which trans activists and sundry other leftists burned Michael in effigy and tussled with police, the Daily Wire co CEO added. That's just the last 48 hours, and that's in addition to all of the usual death threats, harassment, and corporate targeting that our daily companions at the Daily Wire. Do assholes on the right make death threats against, say, AOC? Sure, and damn them for it. The difference for us is that virtually every institution in public life agrees we should be removed and silenced. Boring then revealed how big tech is censoring content from the Daily Wire. Tech giants like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and until Elon Musk wrote a check, Twitter, flagging, banning, throttling, shadow banning, and demonetizing us is a constant occurrence, he said. We're continually fact-checked. Almost all the fact checks are removed on appeal, by the way, but not before they have the desired effect of stunting our reach and effectiveness and making it impossible to earn revenue. Billionaire-funded nonprofits like Media Matters pay people to post out-of-context clips from our shows and to pressure advertisers not to spend money with us. Boring then ripped into the policies social media giants use to censor political content. The entire advertising industry creates bogus, euphemistic policies to protect brand safety by discouraging advertising on shows with controversial political opinions, he said. By the way, if you're openly pro-choice, that's not a controversial political opinion that could compromise brand safety. If you're pro-life, that is, this means we don't get any so-called brand advertisers, the ones who pay almost double. Left-wing companies never face these multifaceted attacks, he said. Think about that. If we were on the left and all of our positions were certified brand safe, we would make almost twice as much money, twice as much to pay staff, healthcare, rent, marketing, growth, Boring continued. The advertisers we do get, the ones who believe Americans who think what every American thought 5 seconds ago, still deserve good products, have to be brave enough to stand up against all the organized pressure that comes their way. All this while also dealing with organizations like HubSpot, JW Player, Eventbrite, and many other back-end infrastructure companies who take our money and then decide we don't deserve to use their services and kick us off their platforms. Why do they hate us? Boring asked. Well, because we're free. We're one of the last truly independent media companies. The majority and controlling interest in this company is held by Ben Shapiro, Caleb Robinson, and me. No one can tell us what to publish, what to say, what to do. No investor or board of directors can maneuver us into acquiescing to their demands or expressing their values. We only express our own. And we're smart. We don't let the machinations of the left force our hand. The Daily Wire God King promised that he won't give in to the left's demands. YouTube wants to keep Matt Walsh from being able to monetize because they know it will drastically stunt his growth and make his content far less viral. They expect us to throw a fit and play right into their hands. We won't, he said. We'll play smart. We'll continue to say what we believe, but we won't let them minimize us and bar our access to 2 billion potential users. We're not in it for catharsis. We're in it for victory, Boring continued. And of course, we'll leverage our influence to hold YouTube, TikTok, and all the rest accountable. We'll press our claims in court through government and with the public. We won't make it easy for them to make us less successful and less effective. No. Boring said that big tech companies target the Daily Wire because it's a conservative company that is succeeding in a space leftists want all for themselves. So really interesting here. I know I did see Matt Walsh's Twitter last night, which was April 18th, when his account was compromised, and some tweets were sent out by whoever the hacker was. And of course, we see anytime Matt Walsh goes to a college campus, or Michael Knowles or Ben Shapiro, you get the predictable backlash from the left. They don't even want people to be allowed to give an opposing viewpoint because they know that their ideas crumble under the slightest bit of scrutiny. Otherwise, why would they have a problem with it? They wouldn't. If they thought they were right and they thought that their ideas would withstand uh, rigor of people questioning it, then they wouldn't have a problem with it. So now I know the Daily Wire isn't everybody's cup of tea, so to speak, but they're clearly effective. They're clearly looked at as a threat by the left, and as we get closer to the 2024 election, I think these type of attacks, um, both from a social media standpoint, as far as banning, demonetizing, throttling, and from the left of protesting and even making death threats against people, is only going to ramp up as we get closer to the 2024 election, because they don't want anybody that's effective at getting an opposing message out to have that platform. So I think if you haven't, check out the Daily Wires. I mean, just go to their website. Just give them hits. Check out some of Matt Walsh's stuff. Check out some of Michael Knowles' stuff. It's pretty entertaining. It's pretty good. And don't let these leftists get away with this. So let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.